came as a shock, a very sad one indeed. And the football family in the continent thrown into mourning. What a real time to look ahead and perhaps sigh with a deep sense of loss for a man just 37, with all his experience, one-time Secretary General of the Confédération Africaine de Football, and coming from a family that has ruled the game in terms of managing the Secretariat of African Football. It's a passing that is disturbing. It's a loss that one cannot situate, but as I say, everything that goes returns. And so we send our sympathy to the family of Fami. You talk about the Fami family in Egypt, a strong football family, and they've managed the secretariat of the continental body since CAF came to bed. You talk about the Mustafa, and this time we have Ami Fami going away at 37. Interestingly, he was one of the first to indicate their intention to challenge Ahmad for the presidency of CAF this year, next year. We're talking about the elections that will come up next year. And Ami Fami was ready to go. He had started the business of politicking. He wanted to be the president of CAF. That was an ambition that has gone home finally. And this morning, we dedicate this program to a young man who said it as it is. And as someone would say, truth is like a lion. You don't need to defend it. You let it loose, it will fight for itself. Mona Lisa will lead us this morning by Lita. A sports salsa, wherever you are on, a bit late, but never so late to give you the best of music and sports. And we have with us Nigeria's most celebrated boxing commentator and more than an aficionado, the one who takes boxing to another level and finds the craft in really talking about the sweet science. Chuka Moma, bonjour.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Enchanté. Nice to hear your voice on Sports Salsa again. Yes. Before I talk to you, let's just take a hearing of this. Tyson Fury calling AJ. You know the one they call AJ.
Our own Anthony Joshua.
Okay, just listen to this.
All good, brother.
When are we fighting?
When are we fighting? Behave yourself.
It sounds like 2021.
I only called up to say hello.
Yes, that's the newly crowned World Boxing Council linear world champion in the heavyweight category and the ring champion of the world for the second time. They say he's the first to have that accolade. We have Tyson Fury, another Tyson of a different fold, calling AJ and say, I just want to say hello and ask, when are we fighting? Chuka Moma, is that the setting?
Well, it is the setting. It's Tyson Fury. First of all, the original Mike Tyson was jumping up and down, and people said were wondering why he's black, like Wilder. But Tyson explained that for a fighter to take his name, he's got to be in his corner. And in spite of all that Wilder did, showing black icons and impressing the stroke poets, he was singing the accolades of blacks, and you know they had all the pictures of Maya Angelou and other eminent blacks all placed when Wilder was walking into the ring, which actually worked against Wilder because you notice that he was being Tyson was the favorite of the crowd, because he said he had no part in this race then, and all that. And in fact, as soon as Wilder started with that race then, I said, well, maybe he has a chink in his armor because styles make fights. And but to go back to your question on AJ, yes, of course, Tyson Fury is the main man of boxing now. You see, that size, 6'9", that long reach, and what he has endured as a gypsy, his own mindset is comprehensively unorthodox and unconventional. Suffered from depression, almost killed himself. When a man has been through all that, the action in the ring is nothing. In fact, he said the only place he could find peace was during sparring. That's why he didn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't mind being knocked down or even knocked out. He just wants to fight because that is his therapy. In psychiatry, it's called occupational therapy. So you see the kind of mindset that Tyson Fury brings into the ring. And if you fight Joshua will have, I love Joshua, he's my countryman, he's very patriotic. And as you know, I sang his praises to high heaven when he regained his title. But Tyson Fury is a totally different proposition. And he showed in this fight, he asked in the first fight that he could take a punch. And that was always my question. Because you see, the greatness of Muhammad Ali, in spite of the razzle-dazzle, razzmatazz, was that his chin, his jaw was as solid as Mount Rushmore. He could virtually take anything thrown at him.
The British are over the moon. They are saying that for the first time, this is the greatest moment in British boxing history. For the first time, they have two heavyweight champions of the world. For the first time, they have the best in the world. And for the first time also, they have two Britons who can go at each other in what should be regarded as the biggest fight of all times. I don't know how you share all of that. But one thing about Tyson Fury, Chuka, which you have to really... He, as you said, he's not afraid to go to hell. He went to beat Klitschko in Germany. He's come to America to beat Wilder. And do you think if he comes to at home in England, they will welcome him like they have done in Las Vegas?
Well, of course they will welcome him. To go back to British history, and I wrote extensively about it. You know, there was a time they had what they used to call the British fighters, even their own boxing press, horizontal heavyweights, which means that they were always knocked out. You know, horizontal in opposition to being perpendicular when you are fighting.
Yes.
And Don Cocker, Frank Bruno, and co reinforced that image that they couldn't take a good point to the whiskers.
Gary Cooper was in that category? Cooper?
No, Gary Cooper was authentic. I will give that to the gentleman. Not just because of the huge punch that put down Ali, but he was an authentic British heavyweight, one of the few, you know.
Chuka, we'll be coming back to you, and I would like you to take another peep. Some people are saying that Dillian White is the favorite to take on Fury. He's the WBC interim champion, and they think he has really worked himself hard to be #1 mandatory challenger. Some people say that fight should happen before even the rematch. You take on all of that. But let's just take this support. We'll be back. Sports Salsa, wherever you're listening in, we have with us Chuka Moma, the spectacular essayist, the one who in the 80s and 90s dominated the tube with the best of sports, boxing, tennis. You couldn't even ignore him. And Chuka is at total ease with the fight. That was the fight. Somebody went home, Chuka Moma. Somebody truly went home, and it was the one who they said really has not been beaten before.
Before I go on to the Dillian White issue, let me address one point that appears to have caught the imagination of the public. That's Floyd Mayweather, who goes out about thinking he's the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. The middleweight, the welterweight. Anyway, Mike Tyson put him in straight by saying he's a scared little man. To the great Ali. I mean, the action is in the heavyweight division. I know there have been brilliant small men.
But pound for pound, won't you think Floyd Mayweather can claim that?
Well, pound for by running around the ring, what is his KO percentage? That is one thing.
I know you are a heavyweight and you can always go with your side, but pound for pound, some will say that
Wilder has, well, you will say limited boxing skills and such, but that power, he had to take a recklessly courageous fighter like Fury with freak height of 6 feet 9 inches, a longer reach, and all that, to be able to measure up to this man in the same way as Cassius Clay did to Sonny Liston. But Wilder would be back, as Fury himself said. In fact, if Wilder were to fight Dillian White, I would say he will knock him out. Because that right hand is that right hand. And that's why Ali's brother, Rahman Ali, they were comparing Fury with Ali. I said, no fighter can be compared with his brother. And I totally agree with him. Cassius Clay will have danced around him. Wilder would have been punching near air. Just like Wilder himself said that Ali was his idol. The later day Ali, yes, wasn't as street-footed, didn't have such stamina, but he was a full-blown heavyweight with a solid chin.
Yes.
He would also have taken Wilder to the cleaners, but all that is in the past.
Chuka, we can spend the whole day talking the best of boxing, especially when there is something to really toast about. And we'll get you again, and it's our delight to really have you share this moment with us, and deeply we appreciate all that you've given. You can only get it here on Kennis 104.1 FM, where we bring the best of sports and the best of music. Let me give you this soft one. It's a Tuesday. I don't know how your love space is now, but Loving by Simi can calm you in the face of this heat. If there is light in your house, you can put on the AC and enjoy Loving by Simi. Thank you very much, Chuka. And as we get towards the end of the month of love, what more can we do? We spread and share it. That's what we do here on Sports Salsa, and it comes in the form of the best of sports and the best of music. We'll be giving you more. Just stay with us. Tomorrow will be another day. But let's tell you that the Egyptian football scene is in turmoil. Zamalek were built to take on Al Ali in a game that will have carried the whole nation to a standstill. But the controversial, headstrong president of Zamalek, the one who said going to Doha is like going to hell, but he finally went there. He's been penalized for some of his activities, and suddenly he says Zamalek will no longer play in the championship. That's Mansour Mutada, the president of Zamalek, the all-powerful. And we'll get to bring you all those details, how it's unfolding, as we also look at the Nigerian Premier League. That's how far we can take on Sports Salsa this morning. Midweek edition, there will be plenty for you. I am Michel Obi, wherever you are. This is Sports Salsa. Producing has been Bello Motunde. Let's do it again tomorrow.